I just loved how he said feelings are mentionable and manageable. And I think that's the thing that we need to get back to. They're mentionable, and they're manageable even during math or reading. You know, they're part of what we do. It's not something separate. So, yeah.
That's good. One of the challenges when Fred made his comeback, and if you were watching that, he went out and did some adult programming, and then came back to do the theme weeks, and that's when I started working at the neighborhood. And that in his time, you know, there was so little media really available, so that we had a pretty fixed audience. Nowadays, I mean, how many people here have a cell phone? Okay. See that? And how many people, you know, if you consider the profusion of media nowadays versus when, you know, just 20 years ago, it's astonishing. So that things are more diffuse. And Fred, in his particular case, in our work in the neighborhood, we were doing at a very simplistic level what is now what you're doing in a more formulated way. That in a certain sense, his simple message of if it's mentionable, it's manageable, in my opinion, is being formalized now, and that you actually do it. That our work in the neighborhood is expanding. So that's the plus side. The negative side is the challenge that there is such a profusion of media. You know, I don't know. You know, it is astonishing to have a voice in the wilderness, you know, come out like that. But one of our rules is that when Frank said it's mentionable, it's manageable, it didn't mean you're going to solve it. I wrote a series of programs on work, and it was economy. I'll give you a quick example. So it was, Fred was writing a whole series of weeks. I was doing one on teaching preschooler economics. Okay, what's the value of it? So I talked to Margaret McFarland. So she said, she would sit like this, and she put her had a mark behind like this. Just a tiny voice, she'd lean over. She said, well, you know, with a child, you know, a 4-year-old child or a 3-year-old, we started talking about toilet training. And she said, it's very simple, supply and demand. You're the parent and the child has it and you want it. And I said, okay, supply and demand. And that I have, you know, I'm supposed to go to the bathroom, a real simplistic thing. So as a writer, I took it and thought, all right, then if it's toilet training and water and control, we teach a child how to do control, they can control their bowels, and they can also say, I can stop when I want to, you know, singing. So I have a little sub-scene where Fred goes out of his kitchen, out into the backyard where there's a sandbox. And he fills it up, he makes a little mound in a circle, and then he pours water into the well. And then he kind of makes a little mistake, and the water starts running out. And he goes, oh, the water's going to leak. And so he models stopping the water from leaking. Okay. So and this was, he said, I like that. Thank you, it's a good scene. That what he was modeling was that he could control water, and at the subatomic level for a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old, they're understanding that they can have control in their life. See? So there's all that subtle stuff that, for those of you who watched it as when you were growing up, show of hands, okay, so you watched it. So he was reaching out to you, as was I at the time, treating you like an equal, you know? And we had to entertain you. We're not going to put you to sleep. I said, you know, so we're going to have drama, you know, we're going to dig a hole in the neighborhood, make a swimming pool and all this stuff. That you deserved that kind of real entertainment, but that it was so grounded in what all of your tenets that you guys obeyed and that you followed in student wellness. But we were doing it at a simplistic level and very solid, so that's encouraging. Okay. But I kind of wanted to give you a little background on really what you were seeing there in the construction of that documentary, how they planned that and where those interviews were, that they were honoring our memory of Fred and everything that happened in a really creative way. And that's what I did. So part of this, if there are any kind of questions or comments, you know, that's also part of it. We're sort of winging it up here. And if there's anybody who wants to.
Is the mic behind you?
Yeah, I have a mic. If you want anybody, well, I can do that for sure. Good spot. Is it? And if there is anybody up there.
Ellen will take it.
Yeah. And meanwhile, yeah. And Nikki Tallow is quite a funny guy. He's the guy who was talking about Fred. That's Nick. Anybody up there?
I'll just make a comment.
Yeah.
I wept in the two duets.
Here,
I
use the mic, please.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I wept during those two duets. I couldn't believe the power of those moments. And as somebody, I grew, so I would have been, say 7 in 1967. I was the recipient of the gun coming out of the TV, right? All that programming was not even on my screen. It was all of the other alternatives that were there. So for an adult now to see what I missed and to see what that tenderness represents is powerful. It's incredible to me.
Is it on?
Yeah. Any other comments or just reactions? Okay, I'll tell you a little quick thing about Nick. Nick Tallow was the guy who was, Nick was the floor director, and I was the television director, so we were joined together.
Was he the guy with the butt pictures?
Pardon me?
Was he the guy with the butt picture?
Yeah, butt picture.
Okay.
That's Nick Tallow. And he's a biker, and he's just kind of this guy. So he and I were very close. And like at the end of the day, and Fred would start getting tired and stuff, and I would hear over this, said, Fred just saw the barn. And he's like, he wants to go home, so we hustle up. So when Ferry would come to the door and say, it's a beautiful day, and we would go through. Before that, they're playing music, and they'd stand outside on the porch. And Nick would tell jokes to Fred. And these are always jokes that would, he would. And the trick was that he would come to the door singing after Nick would time it and do the punchline, and they were almost always off-color jokes for Fred. And one time he came to the door, and his face was so low that he just walked back the other way and shut the door. Nick's his challenge. But they were very close, as you could see at the very end. The two of them were talking on the last shoot there. But he attracted this kind of folks on the crew, so it was quite wonderful. And just to underscore one point that I always knew as a television director that we were all adults, just like you're adults taking care of kids, that you had a responsibility. So one day Nick and I are real serious with Lady Helene, and she's up, Fred's got her up, and Nick and I are trying to figure out which angle and stuff. And I just finally said, I said, Nick, look at us, we are so serious about this. And he said, look, make believe is I'm going to make you believe it. And that's what we did. And I realized at that point that, I at the time had young daughters. And if I wasn't in there serious being an adult, how would they ever figure out how the scene would work? So that was part of that there were adults in there doing the work and affecting people that you never knew, as you do. So what you saw up there today, your memories of Fred and the work of effective learning for children, educating, what's your biggest challenge now, just down the line?
Well, I think, and again, I work at the state level, so that can be a challenge. Trying to be a resource for folks and also be mindful of, what it means to work in state government and to have financial limitations, and also spreading the message about education and helping people to realize, whether they be teachers, parents, community members, that it used to be like a teacher would walk in and say, yeah, I teach English, I teach math. And in special ed, I was always like, no, you teach children. And so the significance of that and the multi-dimensions that need to be addressed when we're actually teaching children or parenting children, it's not one-dimensional. And in addition to that, now within our world, we have social media to compete with. We have all kinds of other things. I remember trying to figure out how am I going to engage these students when, you know, they have all this music they're listening to, and now with the, you know, social media, it's even bigger than that. So somehow we have to give teachers the tools so that they can give our children and youth the tools to be able to deal with everything that does come up, making good choices about social media, making good choices about life. We deal with a place called the Search Institute that studies children and what are assets for children and what do they need developed. And it was, I believe, in a study, 25% of the youth who were answering the survey said they did not, or I do feel like I am an important asset in my community. So we have a lot of work to do there too. How do we make sure our young people know that they matter and know that they have a lot to contribute? And I think kind of more than ever now they need that. The other thing, our bureau started in about 2014 because we kept getting calls from schools. You know, we can't educate our children. We can't educate these students. They have all these other needs. What do we do? So our philosophy at the Department of Ed right now is, you know, we have to do everything we can to make children ready to learn every day. And so much of that is really developing these other dimensions. In the midst of the opioid crisis and in the midst of children losing parents to crises like that. So we, again, just have to keep steady, and we have to keep real, and we have to let them know that they do have value just as they are. And again, I relate that right back to what Fred's been teaching for a long time.
I think as a classroom teacher, the thing I struggle with the most is being courageous enough to have the hard conversations in class about just difficult things going on in the world. And it seems like there's normally two opinions and they're so far apart and everybody gets all angry. You always fear the angry person calling to complain about you. But what is the line between honoring kids' values and their beliefs and where their families come from and being intolerant of intolerance? And that's just a really hard thing to grapple with, and it's easy to be like, okay, we're just gonna work on some vocab today because no one's gonna complain about that, but that's not what our kids need, you know, in their souls, and that's not what our society needs that too, but and also equipping them with the skills to have those conversations when they're outside of the room. So it's just hard that would be my biggest struggle.
So I seem to be on the end and I just keep going, yeah. But you know, kids come to school every day from wherever they come from, you know, wherever home they've stepped out the door. And the thing about it is we talk a lot about, you know, they bring a backpack full of stories and situations and how they come to school each day is different for every child. And so meeting them where they're at and giving them a safe place and having them feel safe. I think that sounds so like, oh, well, we'll just make it safe, but it's really hard to provide that because what it takes is, you know, Fred Rogers' kind of totally soulful, present, ability to be present and honoring that kid for where they are in that moment. And it's hard in the hustle and bustle, and when you have 23 of them, you're a teacher, you know, all there and meeting all of their needs. And I think that's really what probably the biggest challenge is, speaking globally. I mean, specifically kids coming from, you know, homes where there's so much chaos and poverty or drug misuse, et cetera, but more globally, it's thinking about how do we help kids feel safe in this moment when they really aren't safe, you know, really they don't feel safe inside. And that's why I think that duet was so powerful, is like the idea of like both things can happen at once and trying to make that happen together at the same time. Or, you know, you're gonna come here, you're gonna have the people that you trust, we're gonna help you feel safe, and that can exist too at the same time. And that hopefully at some point will be a time where you can talk to somebody who's there to listen and will help solve some problems and try to move things forward in a positive way. But so I think there's so much going on in children's lives right now. And you know, post 9/11 has been, that's real. You know, this is real, and between that and the proliferation of, you know, social media and the telephone in everybody's hands. I mean, this is a really different time. But I've always said about like, you can change what's happening inside is the same. Things are changing on the outside, and I'm trying to hold on to that we can help kids from the inside, because I can't change everything that's happening on the outside, but we can work toward it. But, you know, in the immediate, what a kid needs right now is somebody listening and looking them right in the eyes and honoring what they have to say and how they think and how they see the world.
When I interviewed for the job and I came back and I thought to myself, because Fred was at the height of his power. He was, they used to say he's in his Cary Grant phase. He looks great, silver hair, everybody knows who he is. And I thought to myself, I don't want to be, you know, everybody treating him like the apostles and he's like Jesus. I don't want to be, I'm not really involved with that kind of situation. And I realized in talking with Fred that he wasn't that way. There were some people who really revered him in the company. It was a very tiny company, but I wasn't one of them. And I said, no, I'm going to be, you know, I want to just work with this guy, not be one of his followers. And so you flash forward like 25 years since then, and I realized that in the Bible, and I'm not religious that way, but when they talk about the apostles, there were 12 of them, and there wasn't a St. Paul. They referred to St. Paul as an apostle sometimes. And my name is Paul. And as it turns out, in the long run, I have been kind of demonstrating and doing, in interacting with other human beings, treating them like equals, like you do, that I have become, and Fred would find this amusing of in heaven, that I am more or less I'm practicing what he preached all those years. And I feel that all of us, since he's long gone, if you watched the program where you were a parent with a child, that we were able to witness sort of the birth of a very simplistic belief in love by a person using the mass medium. And we experienced it. And I can tell you that's, unless I don't ever see that happening again, number one. It's too much use. FaceTime, you got social media. It's all over with. So you lived in a time when that actually happened. And I don't want to use the Christ concept, but you were around at the present of a certain creation that happened. All of us sitting here tonight, we were there either as kids watching, or in my case as a writer creating